All right. What's going on, everybody? We are now live. We're going to be getting into some price action today. We're going to be reviewing the NASDAQ futures today, and I'm going to be going over other charts or pretty much answering any questions that you guys may have for me. If you don't have any questions, that is fine as well. I am just here to pretty much hang out with you guys, get to know some of my subscribers. And that's that, man. I mean, there's nothing else to really say. Today was a good day trading. The market did try to fake us out today, but we wasn't really going for it. After being faked out all week, we was like, no, we gotta hold the door on one of these trade ideas, and that's what we did today. We held the door. Shout out to the Game of Thrones fans. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, let's look at the dollar. Let's look at the DXY. I haven't looked at the DXY in a long time. It's been melting. So, as you guys may already know about the speculation around the DXY, everybody's saying like it's falling off. Trump is devaluing the dollar. I don't doubt it. And the reason why I don't doubt it is because I'm a technical person. And when I look at this chart, it's definitely looking like it could possibly go lower. Like, without a doubt. Looking at the DXY. Oh, this is the 1 month chart, by the way. So, the 1 month chart, I mean, this right here, this little inversion right here, if we come back up here, test that, and leave this gap open, we could definitely be flying to the downside as far as the DXYs go. That's really it. I don't really have to really do too much technical analysis on this chart. What else can we look at? What else can we look at? I haven't really looked at any forex pairs in a long time. I don't even know if anybody is still trading forex pairs, man. Most of those charts are so horrible and choppy. It's like, is it even still worth it to trade? I know a lot of people trade gold. I never really got into trading gold, but I've been hearing that it's so easy to trade. But I mean, when you look at this chart, it looks pretty intense. It's just been going up over the past couple years, it seems like. The daily look a little bit better, but not really a huge fan of gold right now, trading that. So I'm just here to kick it with some of you guys before we get into this video. I want to see who all is going to join in because I definitely want to talk about the trade that I called out today, man. I called a trade out on my community tab. You guys can see it right here. I know you guys don't get these community tab posts like live in action, but that's okay. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I may start, tweeting because I know it's a little bit faster to get those posts. But I tried to send y'all a nice little trade today, man. And we're going to break that trade down. You can see this right here. I sent this on a community tab. Now, you can even see it right here on this picture that my entry was 22947. I had one micro at 22947. My stop loss was at 23150 pretty much. And my take profit was down there at 22500, right? And you guys can see I call all of that out on the community tab. Right here, I said I'm looking for a 22600. We never got that, but I did say my take profit number one was 22800, and we did get that today. So Take Profit did get hit on that trade. And then, you know, I got live updates where I posted it and I showed you guys, hey, Take Profit 1 finally got hit. And I was pretty much showing y'all that live. Just wanted to send out a free trade, man. Some of y'all may know already that I do have a signals group. It is $65 a month. You know, I'm not going to sit up here and try to act like I'm the best of traders. However, I do completely believe that if you're a beginner day trader, that I can help you out a lot. So, you know, I am extending myself to you guys. Obviously, it is paid because, you know, time equals money. If I could just teach you guys all of these ICT concepts for free, I would gladly do it. But, you know, it's going to take time for you guys to understand it. It's going to take time for me to make videos that's easy for you to digest and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just time equals money. You don't have to go and pay for that subscription if you don't want to. That's completely fine with me. But if you want to support the channel, just make sure you drop a like on these videos, man. Subscribe. And if you want to use my code KRACKEN whenever you're using Funder Pro, Apex, Trade Day, or what's the other one that I'm linked up with? Tradeify. You could also do that as well, and then that will also support the channel. So that, you know, that's always appreciated right there, you guys. But right now we're just doing a live Q&A, seeing if anybody have any questions, if anybody have anything they want to talk about, seeing if we can get some people into the chat. You know, make sure y'all share this video as well, so we could potentially get some people up in the chat. Just going to be scrolling through some cryptos until some more people join in. Looking at some crypto charts. You know, I'm really excited about crypto, man. I think crypto is going to eventually take off. But there's a lot going on right now. You know, Algorand has a pretty good chart. I like Algorand. Like, there's so many amazing charts in crypto. You know, so much room for upside, but still have to be careful. We don't want to be buying too early, but, you know, we definitely going to be watching some of these charts. Some of these cryptos have been on my watch list for many, many years, you know, and I have taken cryptos off of my watch list as well. But if y'all just tuning in, man, I was talking about what we're going to be talking about in this video. Pretty much, I'm just going to be, you know, chatting with the subscribers, getting to know you guys. If y'all have any questions, anything y'all want me to look at, talk about, that's trading related, I'm here for that. And then I was talking about the trade that I called out on my community tab today that actually went for 150 points. I tried to give y'all a gem with that trade. I know most of y'all probably didn't see it. That's fine. Make sure y'all follow me on X. So if y'all want me to like try to call out some free trades every now and then, I'm perfectly down to do that. You know what I'm saying? I just need to see if it's even worth it. You know, I'm not going to know that until somebody hit me up in the comments and say, hey, Trucking, you know, do that for me. All it takes is one person, and I'm good. And I'm good to go. I'll do it. So just taking a look at some of these crypto charts before we get into the NQ futures. I'm literally in Illinois right now, almost finally done from being on the road for a whole week straight. So tired, man. I'm just trying to kick it with you guys while I'm getting unloaded. I had a truck full of flowers, and I'm just tired. I'm ready to go home. It's been a long week. I've been getting smacked on the market all week, but today was actually a really good trading day. I didn't get the full 150 points, but I made about $400 on my account, and that was good enough for me to just be done and enjoy the rest of my day. So let's see what else they got going over here. What's on my watch list? I like to just try to keep my my eyes open when it comes to crypto, man, because like the thing about crypto is that it could be the stupidest play that can make you a lot of money. You just have to be watching. They have so many new categories out now. It's not even funny, man. Most of these categories, I don't think I will ever touch. Like, look at this synthetic dollar. What is this? What is a synthetic dollar? I don't even know what that is. I have no interest in that. But let me see. Let's look at the ones with the biggest market cap first. That's always the most interesting for me. Hey, could you talk to us a little bit about how to take profits from crypto? Of course. I could definitely talk to you about how to take profits from crypto. So, I mean, honestly, the way I trade crypto, I've honestly even considered only trading crypto because it's so easy to trade because it's so new. So you don't really need the lower time frames. The lower time frames is just going to get you smacked up for no reason and put you through a bunch of stress and headache for no reason. So me personally, I like to use like the weekly or better. Every blue moon, I may drop down into the daily, but no, it's not often. I like to be on like the weekly or the monthly, and all I'd like to do then is just wait. Just wait for the market to come down to your level, and then save your money while you're waiting, right? Put $20 a week to the side, put $40 a week to the side, whatever you can do. And when that market reach that area, you drop, you just start averaging into your crypto, right? Don't like let's say if you save up 1,000, don't spend the whole 1,000 all at once. When it gets to your area, first you spend 200, then you spend another, 200. Then if it keeps going lower, you spend another 400, right? You average into your trade. And eventually the market is going to go back up because there's so much more upside. There's so much more upside in crypto, right? So with crypto, it's really so simple, man. Like, I wish everything could be as simple as crypto, but that's only when you're on the higher time frames. So that's how I pretty much, look to take profits in crypto. What's up, Vince? Vince said he passes my funded futures. Bro, shout out to Vince, and man, he been killing it, bro. You got the trade day accounts. You got my funded futures now, man. Like, what's going on, bro? I hope you're using code trucking, Vince, because I know you gotta support me at least one of these days, man. Then you also gotta jump on one of these lives and talk about your strategy, man. You gotta tell the people how did you get to your point where you're passing these challenges and you get. Did you get a payout ever before, Vince? Or no? I'm curious to know that as well. But yeah, this thing right here has amazing upside. I mean, it's been consolidating and like downtrending since 2022, so that's not good. But imagine if this thing ever came back to life. That would be amazing. So some of these cryptos, they do look scary. When you see a chart like this, it's not like, the most exciting thing. But a lot of people, this is when you're supposed to be investing. The problem is most people start buying after it break out above here or something. You supposed to be buying right here when nobody is even willing to touch it, right? So that's the thing about trading. You got to do what people aren't doing. All right, so let's continue. I'm just going through my watch list, y'all, just to try to update it, see what's going on with these charts. Looking at the higher time frames. Just taking some Q&A, doing some Q&A with the chat. Bro got a payout 2022 model in Silver Bullet. Bro, did you take a trade today? Cuz I want to look at the NQ market and I want to see what you like. Did you see that trade that I called on the community tab? What did you think of that trade that I called on the community tab? And for sure, thank you, Melissa Naomi, for answering the question. I really appreciate you for participating and just not leaving me alone up here by myself. Y'all know I don't have a really big following, so I do appreciate everybody who come and say what's up. But yeah, man, I called out a really good trade on the community tab. I know nobody probably seen it because the community tab isn't the best way to communicate, but it's all good. I tried to send out a free trade today, and it actually did go for 150 points. So that was actually really good. Wow. Okay, Melissa took the trade. Shout out to you. Shout out to Melissa, man. Melissa took the trade. That's what's up. I'm excited about that. I didn't even think nobody was watching. And I called it like 30 minutes before it even started to play out. So I was hoping somebody was online, but it was like midday. And I'm like, man, everybody's probably at work or something like that. Bro, here's another play that I really hope comes back to life. Do anybody remember Ecomi? Do anybody remember the Ecomi coin, like when NFTs was popping? I really thought this little coin was gonna do something, bro. I was hoping that they was gonna get like that Charizard NFT or something. And I still even got the VV app. All right, I still got the VV app. I still got all of my old NFTs. But man, this play right here have been dead. This play have been dead, man. Let's see. From where it's at now, let's just say we do a random stop loss down here. Just to get a quick risk to reward, we could be looking at a 20-1 ratio on this play, but I don't know, man. I'd be scared of cryptos, man. But yeah, let's take a look at the NASDAQ futures today. I want to show y'all a quick breakdown of the chart that I called. I mean, not the chart, but the trade that I called out today, man. I'm gonna take y'all through the breakdown on this trade real fast. So pretty much, man, just a quick, simple breakdown. I know my chart is messy, but work with me. As y'all know, yesterday we had a really big sell-off yesterday. And I was just pretty much expecting a continuation today. So I really wasn't looking to buy. So essentially I had all of these levels down here. I had these on my chart from previous weeks, right? These little blue lines, these are all liquidity levels on the sell side. So I had these on my chart from the beginning. Let's drop down. This is the daily. Let's drop down into the 1 hour. You know, I want this to be a really brief breakthrough of the trade. So essentially what I was seeing was after we swept through this liquidity right here, right, this happened at like 10 a.m. All I did was essentially I put this little Fibonacci. You guys can see it. It's already on there. But I can delete it and put it back on there so you guys can see how it looks. Because I know I got a lot on my chart. So from this swing high right here down to this swing low, because at the time this swing low wasn't made yet, right? I put my fib from swing high to swing low just like this. So I looked at this yellow line, and as you guys know, ICT students, everything above the yellow line is premium, right? So I was looking for the market to go back up, but I wasn't trying to buy it back up. I was only just trying to wait and then take it for a sell to go back down, right? And then right in here, we had this little box. Let me click on it and make it all yellow so y'all can see it a little bit better. Right? This box right here, This dark yellow box right here. This was a 1 hour fair value gap. And then this little yellow box right here was our first presented fair value gap. All right, I'm gonna make sure I label this. So I'll probably be leaving this on my chart for a while. All right, this was first presented fair value gap. Make sure I lock this up. Now I'm gonna lock this up as well. Cool, right? So I was actually taking this trade from the 1 hour time frame, but I did get a little bit anxious. If you guys go back into the community post, y'all can see in that first post I had, my entry was kind of horrible. I was in at 22947, but I only had 1 micro. And I was getting in, imagine I was getting in all the way down here. Then, I was in some profits. I was in about 40 points of profit when I made that first post. But then the market, during the afternoon session, the market went and swept the liquidity going up to this 1 hour gap right here. So when it touched the midpoint of this 1 hour fair value gap, that's where I added in. I had about 6 micros altogether. So with about 6 micros, my average was about the midpoint of this first presented fair value gap. My average was about 23003. And I'm risking about 150 points. So just do the math on that on how much I was risking. And then I was targeting this swing low right here, right? So that's why I said on the community post, like, I'm going for at least a 1-on-1, right? If the market really wanted to get bearish, it could have came all the way down here. This is an old 4 hour fair value gap. Then we still got some more liquidity down here that I marked off from the previous weeks. And then we also have a new week opening gap down here. And I told you guys that the new week opening gap is like a magnet for price, right? So essentially that was the trade for today. Nothing too crazy. How did I know today was going to be a continuation? That's actually a really good question. So I truly didn't know, but I just pretty much used daily bias. And because we broke out of the low, right? We broke out of like some daily lows from the previous days. I typically try to tell you guys, like, if we break out of a daily low, we're not going to, like, if we break out of a previous day's low, most of the time we're not going to break out of that same previous day high. So you can use that information to know, okay, if the market is already bearish and we broke out of the previous day low, we're probably most likely not going to break out of the previous day high. What can I do? So that's why I dropped down into lower time frames, like the 4 hour to 1 hour, to see, okay, what can I do to set up to find a trade, right? If you measure this big long wick out on a daily, this is a big long daily candle. More than likely, we're not going back up here to break out of this daily high, right? At 23360. We're not more than likely going to go up there, right? So you don't even really have to use the daily too much more. Once you figure that out, you can drop down into the 4 hour and then you say, okay, well, where's our range on the 4 hour? At the time, we didn't have a range. Even right now, we don't have a range. Not yet, because we don't have a swing low. A swing low is a 3 candle pattern. And as you can see on the 4 hour, there's no swing low that's made right now. So that forced me to keep dropping down into the 1 hour. And then when I dropped it down into the 1 hour, that's when I said, okay, we got a swing high, we got a swing low. I finally found a range. So once I found a range that I can work with right here, like I said, I dropped my Fibonacci from swing high to swing low, right? My yellow line, which is the 50% area, everything above that is where I'm going to be looking to take a sell. So, that's why my first entry, I had that 1 micro just in case it wanted to leave that 1 hour fair value gap open. Because if it would have left that open, then the price would have kept coming down, right? But that's why I didn't like go crazy with 6 micros all the way down here at a bad price, because I knew it probably would have maybe wanted to hold this new week opening gap and have a bounce back up into this 1 hour fair value gap before we seen it continue to go down, right? So that's how I pretty much knew it was going to be a continuation. That was actually a really good question. It's pretty much daily bias, you know. Daily bias is pretty much how I knew it was going to be a continuation. In order to use the Fibonacci to measure the range, you have to have the 3 candle pattern. Yes, that's correct. Because, like, for example, right, a swing high is a 3 candle pattern. So if you look at this swing high right here, how do you know it's a swing high? Well, you know it's a swing high because there's a candle to the left of it and a candle to the right of it. Both of these candles, the body and the wicks, right? Really, the body don't matter, but the wicks are lower than this candle's wick. So that makes a swing high, and vice versa for a swing low, right? So when we go to the 4 hour, let me give you an example. We don't have a swing low right here. Even before this 4 hour candle was even made, this is not a swing low because this candle hasn't even closed yet. And even right now, we don't have any type of swing low because we don't have, like, this candle right here, right? This wick is lower than this candle's wick, so we can't use this as a swing low. So that's why I wasn't using a 4 hour time frame today, because we just didn't have a complete range. All right, you guys, sorry about that. I had to go away real quick and move my truck a little bit. They just got done unloading me. So I only got a little bit more time that I can spend with you guys because I am ready to get home. It's been a long day for me already, and I still got to drive about another 4 hours just to make it home. Melissa Naomi says, and does the market usually break down either side of the previous day high and market open, or there's no telling? What if it doesn't break out of either side? How do you know what direction? Great, that's another great question. If you don't break out of either side, and I did mention this in my daily bias video. So Melissa and Naomi, if you want to go check those videos out, feel free. But I will explain it to you again in this video because it don't seem like you checked them out. If you don't break out of either side, what I tend to do if I do trade days like that, I will look at like minor liquidity areas, right? Go to like the 15-minute or the 5-minute time frames and then find liquidity that's inside of that previous day range. Because but typically you want to stay away from those days, because if it don't break out of either side, it's going to be a lot of chop and a lot of back and forth. Vince says, to be safe, you wait for liquidity to be taken out. Otherwise, you're in no man's land. That is absolutely true. You need to at least, if it don't break out of either side, you need to at least wait for liquidity to be taken on the minor time frames, like minor liquidity, like maybe on a 15-minute time frame, like I said. You just need some type of liquidity needs to be taken out. Otherwise, 1000%, Vince is correct. You're in no man's land, right? You're just going to be trading something that's not there, and you're going to get chopped up, and it's just never going to be worth it. So that's my time today, you guys. I don't really have that much time to spend with you guys today. I just wanted to come check in and talk about what happened today in the market, man. It was a pretty decent day. I wish I could have did a little bit better. Comment down below, man. How was y'all week this week trading? And is there anything you guys want to work on? And is there anybody who's interested in joining my Telegram group for free? Let me know. I'm trying to see who really mess with me. I'm willing to get some people in there for free, but you gotta talk. You know, you gotta be in there. You gotta socialize. You know, I want to actually get some people in the group that could even make me better. Iron sharpens iron, right? Steel sharpens steel, however the saying go. But I am willing to give some people some free Telegram subscriptions to come in the Telegram group. You know, maybe they can even call out some trades or give some breakdown videos and do some stuff like that, right? The whole point over here, you guys, honestly, for me, the whole point is to build a community, man. Like, yeah, obviously I want to make money too. I'm not doing everything I do to be broke or anything like that to not make money. But it's, you know, I want to build a community and get to know people as well. So it's not always about the money. You know, I genuinely just want to help people become better traders, bro, because like I remember being there as a beginner trader, not really knowing where to go, not really knowing what information was good, what information was bad. That's why I just tell as many new traders as possible, just study ICT. You don't even got to watch my channel, bro. If you don't want to come over here and hit the like button, support the channel, that's completely fine with me, bro. But I'm going to get up out of here, you guys, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm going to see y'all in the next one, bro. I hope everybody have a great weekend, too, man. Peace out.